All right, you don't have too much space mounting this mount. I actually had to flip it over so Garmin reads right, but on one side it's upside down and on the other side is right side up. I put the swivel base on it and I had to flip it over so where the wires go is at the bottom. But more than likely I'm going to try to mount it as high in this corner as possible, so if you're driving the boat you could look at it like that. We really don't need the swivel mount because you don't want to be able to go like that, but the reason why I got the swivel mount is because the 3 screws are a lot closer together right here, and you see the screws are off the end over there. Now this is going to be the hard part to reach from up here under here. I got to be able to reach all the way in there, so bear with me. Okay, so I changed my mind. I figure it's going to go right about here. If it goes up there, it's going to be too high for the cover. You see the things to get on? It's going to be too high for the cover. So I'm going to put it right here, and hopefully the cover will be able to still fit it. The cover's going to go over the windshield, but if it's too high, it's going to be above the windshield. So I am going to have to just kind of put it right here and off to the side. I don't want it in the way of the steering wheel, and I want to be able to see it if I'm just cruising along. So I'm going to go ahead and mark those bottom pieces and then put it in right there. I marked it. You see the little markings right there, the little pencil markings, exactly where I want it. You got to give it room on the side to adjust the little end pieces if you want to take it off. I was worried about the hand being too close to it right here, but it's my hand, so what do I worry about? My hand fits right there. All right, but now if I'm mounting this like this, the wires had to come up through the back right here. So right in the center of all this is where you got to drill the 5/8 hole, so the wires could come up. The transducer wire can come up and the power wire can go down. So I'm going to start off with these little ones first. Believe me, I am worried about drilling through fiberglass. What I'm going to do is I got my frog tape here. I'm going to do like everybody says. They put a piece of tape on there, put the drill bit in reverse, go reverse first and then go forward. And then I got actually a little rock bit right here, so I could go ahead and make you don't want the screw tip to sit on the fiberglass, it'll crack it. You want it to actually sit in the little divot that you grind with the little rock. All right, I have no Sharpie, so here's what I'm trying different. See, that's where I'm supposed to drill the holes. This is actually a glass and ceramic tile bit. All right, you're supposed to put the tape over this and drill so you don't crack it. This is a glass bit, so I'm going to try this and go really slow. All right, bear with me here. I'm going to try to go really slow, and then when I get a little hole in there, then I'll come back with the when I get a little hole, I'll come back with the drill bit. Oh man, that's actually going through really good. Look at that. Now I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna burrow the hole a little bit with the grinding stone, then I'll go a little bit deeper. And now I know where it's at. I could go ahead and tape it and actually fill it. There. Now I could actually fill it where the hole is going to be. This is pretty cool. This is a glass bit. All right. Now I'm going to put the grinding stone on it and grind it around it a little bit. All right, now here's the grinding stone. That's to not break the glass, is what you're trying to do. You're trying not to break the glass. Okay, there's the starter holes right here. Now these are the screws for it, but here's the catch-22. it's on an angle, so they kind of got to be screwed in a little bit wonky, but you got to countersink these heads. So after I drill the hole, I'm going to have to countersink these heads by that much. I mean, you got to countersink these, because if these heads go on this glass, you're going to crack it. So I'm going to go ahead and drill with the glass bit a little more, and then I'm going to go ahead and grind it out a little more. That's pretty damn good right there. I used a stone and I hollowed out all those pieces. This was the part that the stone kind of bounced off on me, so I could actually buff that out and you won't even see that. So the next thing is I'm going to start the 5/8 inch hole right here to put the wires through, but I'm going to make sure on the back I can feel underneath that there's nothing there that's gonna stop them wires or hit them wires. Started a 5/8 inch hole. This is the bit that I'm going to use to finish it off. I'll clean it out and do it again. There's a little hole right there, probably enough for me to get through. And look, there was a bracket right there. See the bracket right there? There's the actual bracket right in there. So I'm going to try to get everything up through here, or go a little bit more sideways there, because that's probably the bracket that's holding this right here. Well, there's the problem. So I'm going to go through on an angle. And if I could get through on an angle like this, I'm good to go. All right, there, got through at the angle. Close enough for government standards, I could get it through right there. Take this off. All right, so I'm gonna try to get the wires through right there right now. If I get these wires through right here, I gotta drill these out next. This guy actually looks like he knows what he's doing. But seeing that there was the bracket right there that I hit, I'm going to pull this out some, wrap the crap out of this with electrical tape, and then pull it back so the electrical tape will sit on that bracket. I'm going to drill these out next. The one I'm going to attempt to go with is 9/64 is what I'm going to attempt to go with, and see if that'll fit through. That seems like the closest one to it. This is getting everything, but I'm going to try with this 9/64. I'm going to pull these through. I'm going to put where it's going to be, so I could drill the holes like it's going to actually be sitting already. Alright, now I'm going to try to put the screws in. Hopefully they fit. I already countersunk the heads. I'm going to try to screw it in by hand right now. You know what? No, I'm not going to screw it in yet. You know why? I'm going to get the electrical tape and get that all buttoned up where that's going to be, because I don't want those rubbing. You see I got the Garmin stuff sticking out already. There's a little snap. Power 2K XDR. This actually snaps off the back and locks them in place. So you gotta snap this off the back to put the wires through, and then you gotta leave the leads out like that, so when it snaps on, it snaps right onto the leads. But it does say, and they can only go in one way. All right, and make sure these are still on the wire, because they come over and they plug it up when you take it off. The other one fell off, so I gotta put that on. Test fitted it to make sure there's enough wire so I can still fit it around. I got fiberglass all over, man. Look at all this. But either way, I'm gonna screw these in right now. Trying to get this. Don't know if I'm gonna be able to get it for you, but I'm trying. All right, I got the screws in my mouth. Don't rock the boat now. Trying to see all the screws evenly. Nope, it's not going in, so therefore I'm gonna go with one drill bit bigger than that one. Too hard to screw in. One drill bit bigger. All right, this one I went with 532s. 532s. Let's see if we get this in now. You know, and also I got the marine caulk here, and I'm probably gonna put some of that through here also on the bottom if I could get this in right now. And this fiberglass is really hard to screw into if you don't have the right size screw in there. Yep, 532, so that will do you. I can actually just screw this in right now and be done with it. If you drill a hole that's too big, you know what you do? You put some 5200 in there, and that 5200 will seal the deal for you. All right, as long as this can go on here, I am good to go. Which it looks like it can. I can reach, I can see. Let me just bolt that down and I'm good to go. I'm gonna put the drill on low so I can screw all that in. This is the big mess I made over a brand new 2020 boat right here. All right, but it does fit in there really good. So I can take this out, pop that back, hit those screws in. If you drill the holes too big, don't forget, Fast Cure 5200 is your best friend. Just like the back, I'm gonna do these. I'm gonna dip these in the tip of the 5200. It sits in there, but I don't think it's tight enough, so I'm gonna put that 5200 so it'll seal when it's in there, and then they won't move for sure. The last holes I drilled were a little bit too big. It only gripped on by 2 or 3 of the top little things, so I put the Fast Cure 5200 in there, and I'm gonna let it dry, and then we'll go from there to see how it sits. But it seems like it's sitting pretty firmly, but I don't want to mess with it too much. But if not, I got to take those screws out and put a little bit bigger screws in there. But it's sitting perfect, and I was worried about reaching it from the side or other people's hands getting in the way, but I'm the driver of the boat. All right, talk to you later. Well, let me let you know what this Fast Cure does. But if it does, all I gotta do is actually drill a little bit bigger hole, or not even drill a bigger hole, just put a bigger stainless steel screw in there. The cleats should be in here tomorrow. That's what I'm trying to get this wired today. Everything else is done. I gotta clean up right now, but I gotta figure out what the brown and the blue wire are for. I got a black and a red, but I gotta figure out what the brown and blue, and then I gotta clean up. I so gotta clean up. I need my work knife, but the rest I'll probably just button up, and then I'm gonna go ahead, turn the power on, make sure this all works again, make sure I didn't mess up anything on the back, and then tuck this and wire the power. So tomorrow we're gonna wire the power. All right, bye-bye. One thing I do have to say, I do have to drill some anchor cleats because I ordered 6 anchor cleats, not anchor cleats, 6 zigzag cleats, because this boat has no cleats on it. Okay, so I would not use the 5200 like this right here. I know the 5200, there's no pressure, there's no nothing on this really, except when you pull it off. You just got to be careful when you do that. But I do got epoxy, where if the holes are too big for when I drill that in right here on the side, because the cleats are probably going to go right here like on the sides, then if the holes are too big for there, I'll fill those in with epoxy and then go from there. But right now I'm kind of done for the day. I got to get the blower, blow this everything out of this boat, and then let that dry right there, and we'll wire it up tomorrow. That's a different. Dude, that was nerve-wracking drilling through the fiberglass. If you have the right stuff, man, that one glass bit, that was amazing with the stone. It worked really good. I was scared to just give it the good with the drill gun. I'm almost to the point where when I put the, I'm actually gonna put the on the tops, like probably right here, one for sure, depending on where it's gonna be. But I got the zigzag cleats. I'm gonna put 3 zigzag cleats right here, and 2 at the front, because there's no place to hang the anchor unless you want the anchor all the way over here. So I was actually gonna put a zigzag cleat right here and a zigzag cleat right here, but I'm actually gonna take it, drive it to the shop so they could do that, so I can make sure they're biting down really good. I'm gonna blow all this fiberglass out I drilled out with the leaf blower, and then button everything up for today. I have a lot of you know, little stuff here and there that I gotta clean up. Oh man, I almost fell off. But I'm gonna blow it off and clean it up. See, I still gotta run the power wire, And I guess in boats, yellow is negative. But this is all the stuff that I gotta clean up from the fiberglass. It's all over the place. My wife will kill me, but I mean, this is stuff that I wanted to be able to do and shoot video on how to do it. So I ran the wire, the hot wire. I drilled the holes for the mount. They weren't, I think the holes were a little bit too big. My options are get a bigger screw, or I filled it in with 5200 sealant. 5200 sealant's a little bit flexible, but it should settle in there over 24 hours. It's fast cure, 24 hours, right? Other than that, what I would do is I'd mix epoxy, and I would put epoxy in the holes when I screwed them down, because you know epoxy is good as hell. But either way, talk to you later. Subscribe, like, and share. I'm gonna get the blower today, blow all this out, and then tomorrow wire the hot wire, and the cleats should be in, so I could take it Wednesday probably to the shop and have them put the cleats on for me. Then it's ready to go to the water.